Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. I am your host, Jayzon, for this Division 2 match, Focus Morales or GG versus Deviance. Should be a really interesting match here. Both these teams doing very well thus far. Second and fourth seed thus far, both undefeated in the Season 2 Division 2 Chair League, or Season 3, I should say. Little bit of experience with Focus Morales or GG. This is the team that spanked my team, Divine 9, in week 1. So we know each other a little bit. Fire Team leads a solid squad over there. Fire Team, also a fellow caster here on Chair League. So jumping right into the draft, the map is going to be Towers of Doom. The Lost Vikings instantly banned out by Focus Morales or GG. Not so worried about Morales, in fact, but instead worried about playing the Vikings on this map, and I don't blame them. The Vikings are a true terror when you have to go up against them, focusing on multiple points against these Vikings where they can just be anywhere and everywhere at the same time is just very annoying. Sylvanas will be the return ban out from Deviance. Not a bad ban. You know, Sylvanas does have the ability to shut down the towers and be able to really aid in the capture of these bell towers, which can be a really big deal. But we will see Falstad picked up by Focus Morales or GG, focusing on that global presence. And a very quick draft. These guys know what they want. Zagara and Li Ming are going to be up for Deviance. Yeah. Am I pronouncing that right? Deviance, I believe, actually. Yeah. For Deviance. Let's go with that. Give me 1 second here. There we go. All right. So, Thrall and ETC are going to be the response here. I really like Zag and Li Ming pickups early. Zag does have the ability to, of course, get constant vision on a lot of these altars to have a good idea where the rotations are coming from. And Li Ming, always good ranged poke, always good solid burst damage. So both burst damages have been picked up here with Falstad and Li Ming. Thrall and ETC, the frontliners, are going to be pulled out here for Focus Morales or GG. So we'll have to see where they decide to go. Uther's going to be the ban here for Deviance, choosing to make sure that they can't get that unstoppable mosh pit on ETC, the Divine Mosh. Focus Morales or GG could decide to apply some kind of tank chokehold here with all the healers up still. I don't know how much real advantage they would gain out of a healer ban at this point. They still need to pick one later. So we'll see what they go with. You know, they could try and ban out Johanna. They could ban out Muradin. But ETC is really the main one up right now, so they have a lot of options. Let's see what they decide to go with here. It is going to be a Johanna ban. Indeed, they are going to go with that tank chokehold. Johanna, very, very good on this map, in particular with all the different ways she has to be able to deny on those altar turn-ins, and it can be very annoying with all the, you know, she's just got a lot of presence right up in your face. She's very tanky, so it's very, very hard to zone her out from those altar turn-ins. So 2 more picks here for Deviance. We'll have to see what they decide to go with here. Brightwing is going to be the pickup. I think that's pretty smart. You know, you want to have the global to be able to respond to the Falstad. And it is going to be a Kerrigan pickup. Wow, they're going full ham on this one. Kerrigan with likely only a solo support Brightwing, as we don't see Deviance with any kind of tank just yet. So I assume that that's going to be their last pick. Pretty smart saving it for their last pick, but also didn't really need to pick up Kerrigan, I don't think, either, because you probably weren't going to see them go Thrall and Kerrigan. I guess it wouldn't necessarily be unheard of, but now they have 2 opportunities to really draft with regards to trying to deal with Kerrigan, specifically in that front line. We'll have to see how Focus Morales or GG thinks about this. Rhaegar will be the pickup. Orc Boys, not a big shocker. Does have cleanse, does have the ability to get people out of those Kerrigan combos, which is very important. Also the ability to counter that polymorph, maybe be able to keep ETC in that mosh pit a little bit longer if that's the route they go. And we'll have to see what is this last pick gonna be. They still kind of need a range damage dealer. Could be a Vala, could be Lunara, could be a Siege hero. Not a whole lot great on the board still for Siege. You don't really want to go Zul in this situation because you've already got enough front line between Rhaegar, ETC, and Thrall. I'll have to see what they decide to go with here. I'm in favor of a Vala or Lunara pick myself. Raynor could work. Tychus probably not the most value, but he does have decent interrupt. And it is going to actually be Arthas. They're going to go triple frontline here. Very, very interesting. They're going to be super aggressive on these and just straight up team fight, not even worrying about the siege potential. I'll have to see if that works out for Focus Morales or GG. Last pick here. They need their tank. Muradin is still on the board. He's kind of the obvious choice. A lot of non-obvious choices. Nubarak still on the table. Tyrael, but I just can't think of anything that's going to work better for them than Muradin. Dahaka, but they kind of already have their global, and Dahaka, I would be kind of afraid. The big thing with Muradin is he has the ability to dwarf toss out against this triple front line. I think that's going to be the best thing that they can hope to accomplish here. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they decide to go with here. They definitely need another strong frontliner in this comp. It's going to hurt if they don't have another one. Solo take Kerrigan is not something that I'm a huge fan. It is going to be Muradin, so taking plenty of time to make sure they wanted that pickup. But pretty standard drafts here for both of these teams. Good solid Towers of Doom teams in general, which I really, really like. A triple frontline is a little bit abnormal, but when you got Rhaegar up there, you can really bully some people off of these points and zone pretty well. There's nobody on the side of Deviance that really has a big powerful zoner like a Johanna. Muradin can fill that role because he can dwarf toss out, but even if he takes too much heat, he can be trapped now. That dwarf toss no longer makes him unstoppable. It does put him in a little bit more peril than it used to. But overall, I like both of these team comps. It's going to depend on which team can really start to get a steamrolly kind of lead early to be able to get the advantages. Poke War should be won by Deviance, but ultimately Focus Morales or GG can just be super aggro with the comp that they've built. They can just walk right through Deviance and just keep on moving forward. I don't know how much value Kerrigan is going to get in the middle of that wad of melee heroes. It could end up being a mess for whoever's brave enough to play that Kerrigan in this one. Looks like we got pretty much everybody ready here in the lobby. We are going to be loading into Towers of Doom here. Focus Morales or GG versus Deviance. Go ahead and get everything nice and set up clean for everybody. There we go. Alright. I can hear sound. This is a good sign. First of all, on the left, we have Focus Morales or GG. Fire Team, team captain, will be playing Rhaegar. Baked Pie on Thrall. Brandon on Falstad. Lear 2001 on Arthas. And Elsa, and, it must be Issa on ETC. And, no potato computers here. We're going to actually load into the match before I get our second team, Deviance. It is going to be AT Rex on Li Ming, Prawn on Muradin, Rapid Beast on Zagara, Angry Panda on Brightwing, and Quenthlin on Kerrigan. Like both of these teams, thinking about going just straight to the mid. Of course, Rapid Beast on Zagara could end up going around to the bottom lane, starting to get some of that creep spread started. But both of these teams, nobody's AFK. That's a good sign. Looks like we're ready to go here. Towers of Doom, always a very... it's always very important to make sure that you get maximum soak on this map. If you get a little bit of an XP lead, you can really start to snowball a lot on this map. AT Rex will go ahead and throw in that scouting orb. A nice dwarf toss from Prawn. The dodge. Issa coming in with that slide on in. So nothing too crazy in the beginning. Right away we see what I expect to see much of this match, which is Focus Morales or GG with that big melee comp just running straight up. And we are going to see a very aggressive rotation. However, Rapid Beast ready for it down in that bottom lane, will not be caught out. However, Issa in a lot of trouble here as three-man rotation there from the mid. AT Rex maybe stepping a little bit too forward there on Li Ming. We'll take some harass, but both teams will end up walking away from that situation without losing too much other than some big HP losses. But you can see the creep spread beginning here. It is being cleared out pretty nicely here by Focus Morales or GG. They're not letting it get out of hand early, which is important against the Zagara. Brandon taking a lot of harass. Meanwhile, Thrall going down in that, like in the top lane is where he went down. Probably had something to do with that Kerrigan rotation. But we'll leave Issa and Angry Panda up here in the top lane. HE Rex a little bit low on heals. As long as Brightwing continues to stay up in the top lane, not going to be a whole lot of heals coming out, and no self-sustain, of course, on Leon. Yet again, Rapid Beast coming forward, trying to see if can't catch that false stat a little bit caught out, but so far Brandon doing a nice job of just maintaining the soak on that lane, not being too overly aggressive. Top lane, false stat versus Thrall, not a whole lot going on there. Early camp capture here from the side of Deviance, which is a very nice touch. They are going to go ahead and rotate, and it looks like both teams are going to be focusing on this bottom altar to start this. Issa sliding through to catch Rapid Beast for just a second, but ultimately not going to do a whole lot. AT Rex throwing in those abilities and missing for the moment. Rapid Beast with the flank from the bottom. Right away, we see Focus Morales or GG sending their Thrall up to the top left to capture that, but with all 5 members down here, he's going to actually waltz over to the other side. He's going to pick up 2 of those, while Lear actually gets killed here in the top, and Brandon will get the cast off. That is going to be all 3 of these altars going over to the side of Focus Morales or GG, and they win the fight, but they are losing the war right now in a big way as Deviants. They have half a level lead, and they are going to be able to steal this. But I think the headline here is all 3 of these altars were captured. But suddenly a 12-point lead here for Focus Morales or GG. One thing to consider on this map, of course, is as the match goes on, you will continue to have these altar phases spawning, where if you're down a talent tier, it makes it very hard to compete, very hard to contest. So that could be the strategy that Deviance is trying to go with here, maybe trying to get some early picks. But Focus Morales or GG is going to catch Rapid Beast out here. He is eventually going to go down. Just a little bit of chasing required to be able to take out the bug. And now all of a sudden they will not be soaking that bottom lane for a time. We do see Deviance continuing to focus. And Li Ming actually going down as well in that mid lane, I believe. Where was Li Ming? I think I might have missed that one actually. But so all of a sudden, members of Deviance going down here is going to swing the XP in favor of Focus Morales or GG. They do capture a 3rd camp to be able to go there, but a huge rotation here. 3 members are going to be focused on killing Brightwing. Very nice focus from Focus Morales or GG. They've definitely learned how to focus their heroes down and coordinate their team fighting skills. Both teams are level 7. As this altar has spawned, 20 seconds until it is up in full in that mid lane there. And Brandon's scouting this out. He's ready. The rest of the rotation's coming down here. Both teams are going to be ready for this. And that scouting orb is actually going to miss. Another very aggressive rotation here. We see the melee comp coming out in full force here as they are going to go full ham, but blow for blow is Deviance here. He's actually going to get the first kill. However, Kerrigan is going to end up going down to the deep dive potential of Focus Morales or GG, but are they going to pay for it here? The Li Ming resets are on. 3 for 1 so far as they push them back, and they are actually going to end up not only winning this fight, but they are going to get themselves their first altar of the match. A very nice moment there for Deviance, being very patient, being willing to kite back Focus Morales or GG just a little bit. And that is unfortunate, Lady Sky. I am sad to hear that. But you know what? I'll just have to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight. You know, hey, can't always do the nightcaps. But thank you very much for the update. I do appreciate that. That heads up, so I'm not waiting around. That's very, very nice of you to do that for us. So, anyway, back to our match here on Towers of Doom. We do have Deviance pressuring this bottom section here. Looks like right now they're not doing a whole. They're not gonna press it too hard though. They get it to about half health, and they're gonna be satisfied with that for now. As we do see 3 more Pumpkin Saptors rolling in. They're gonna try and push these in. Brightwing phase shifting back on in, and still holding that level 10 talent here is Angry Panda. Not quite sure whether he wants Emerald Wind or Blink Heal. Personally, I think, yeah, there it is. It's Emerald Wind. I think you get a lot of value in these situations with such a melee-heavy dive comp. To be able to counter that with Emerald Wind is going to be very valuable. Level 10s have been achieved here for Deviance, but Focus Morales or GG is just about to get them. Quenthlin being very aggressive there on Kerrigan, not being afraid to push forward while those level 10s were in effect on their side. But it's going to be 5 altars, 2-3 at this point, as positional advantage right here for Deviance. They are definitely going to get this bottom one, but full 5-man rotation, and we'll see the mosh pit come out. Li Ming is instantly going to be blown up. The Maw will catch 4 members, and a ton of damage being laid down on them. However, the Ancestral is going to be able to come out and hit in time. They will be able to turn and kill Rapid Beast. So right now, Focus Morales or GG is winning this team fight, but their health getting very, very low. Angry Panda doing everything he can to safely be able to heal the remaining 2 members, but not enough focus on the side of Deviance here to be able to get any member down. Quenthlin is going to die next, and they do get that bottom shrine, so they will end up trading 3 for 5 points here. But ultimately, the team fight will be won, and they will also be able to steal this camp. AT Rex throwing in a big orb there to continue to hurt the health, but they can't find anybody actually down. It's going to interrupt the back there of Lear, but we'll have to see. They are going to go ahead and chase. They're going to elect to try and get that pick. Isa is going to go ahead and peel, though, for him. And yet again, being in a little bit of a dangerous location. The slide will come in, and the return stun, but there's the Emerald Wind to try and disengage. Baked Pie in a lot of trouble down in the bottom part of this, and is going to get hit by the orb. The resets are on, and here come the Li Ming abilities being spammed about as fast as you can click them. Ultimately, they are going to end up recapturing this altar, but look at this. They are going to turn right back around and get right on this the second it spawns. Meanwhile, we are going to see Kerrigan going ahead and working on that camp in the bottom lane as well. Just to put a little bit of added pressure, that's 3 more points that it will be available for them to pick up, that we will have to see Focus Morales or GG actually stick on otherwise and respond to, otherwise they'll lose those. Boss is up at this point. Every member also up. 6-point lead for Focus Morales or GG so far. Again, 3 points on the board, but it does look like we're going to see a full response. All 4 members of this very melee-heavy team. Only Falstad, the global and ranged hero, is going to respond to that top. So they are going to go ahead and clear that out. They're going to take back the bottom fort. 2 members up here of Deviance are going to take this top sapper camp. And altars are going to be activated in the top 2 lanes. We'll see a little bit of a collapse on Brandon, but nothing he can't handle. He will actually get out of that situation just fine. So we're finally going to be back to 4 versus 4 altars, 13 to 13. This is an even fight yet again for Focus Morales or GG. They have caught up, and Angry Panda taking a ton of harass there. The mosh pit will come out and catch a few members there, but too little too late. The damage already too low, and we see the members of Focus Morales or GG having to retreat yet again. So many health bars so low as they're just not focusing any one hero down very well. The Gus is going to come in from the backside. Brandon dealing a ton of damage from the back. Kerrigan's going to be the first to go down here. Brandon will die in response. AT-Rex is going to get these resets rolling, but nearly out of mana. I don't know how much value they can really get out of that. They are going to end up going 1-for-1 here to start, and they continue to aggressively go after their opponent's altar. They will get it, and they're actually going to back up and get their own. It doesn't look like Focus Morales or GG is going to do too much about contesting this. Huge win for Deviance there, as they are able to get both of those down. Right now, a little bit of an overextension here from Rapid Beast. It does look like every single, yet again, this melee rotation is going to completely delete Zagara. Can't step out too far against these guys. They've got too much CC, too much rotational ability, just in your face and ready to go. Very impressive rotation there. Seeing Zagara just a little bit out of position. Gonna take advantage of that every time. So all caught up here is Deviance. They were down for a little bit, but have caught up from that initial phase. But another huge rotation here. They are going to go ahead and elect to invade. Angry Panda is getting a nice amount of displacement there from that Emerald Wind. It's going to get a ton of damage out on Issa, and having a hard time keeping them alive. Arthas will actually be the first one to go down, however. They do capture the camp and defend off that invade. Nice moment there for Deviance. Taking a win over that camp. A little bit of a greedy invade. I felt like they didn't have quite as coordinated an invade attempt as we've seen most of the rest of the match. That's actually going to put them on the back foot here, as both of these camps are going to be captured and pushing in the bottom lane right as the 3 altar phase spawns. So, but everybody will be up for that. Arthas will be back in just a few seconds. So, unless they lose Issa here in the bottom to this rotation, which I doubt. It does look like both teams should be fairly even. The question is, and 2 of those sappers actually go after the top tower instead. Very interesting. Good turn of events there for Focus Morales or GG. As the altars have spawned. Falstad in the top left. Going to go ahead and cast on that one. Is going to catch that first one. It does look like they're also Deviance is also going to be pushed out from this bottom one. Nice zoning there from Focus Morales or GG. They're going to be left with just their top right one. Zagara will cast that one. Angry Panda having to cast Emerald Wind to go ahead and get away from this dive team. And yet again, we're pretty much equaled out here, 19-17. Such an incredibly close match here. We see so many of these matches go just completely one way or the other on Towers of Doom, but a huge engage attempt here from Focus Morales or GG, trying to catch Brightwing out a little bit, but we do see that Emerald Wind coming in handy yet again to be able to disengage from the melee heroes, all of the melee heroes on Focus Morales. That's a great pickup there from Angry Panda. It's been paying off all game long. I myself am a blink heal Brightwing. I barely ever take Emerald Wind, but it's getting a lot of value in this match. And we'll see a full 5-man rotation. They are ready to go down and acquire this bell tower. They actually take out the little tower first, which will give them a little bit of extra XP. Nice pro move there. We see some of the pros actually starting to do that just to get the extra XP, taking out that extra cannon tower. But they will go ahead and try and push in these points. We'll have to see. Focus Morales or GG does seem to have the team here to be able to fend that off. Both teams still 16, still very close on level. A nice slide, and but the Mosh will be instantly interrupted. A 3-man Maw is going to come out. Big Pie completely isolated as that Maw came down. The only melee member left from that huge Maw. Maw getting so much value against this heavy melee team. And that's going to be Thrall going down right as this bottom altar spawns. That means these 4 members are going to stay here to aggressively defend this altar. They're going to try and do everything they can to make sure that Focus Morales or GG cannot recapture it. They're going to go ahead and invade and steal the pumpkin camp. They're just going to send Li Ming back to capture the altar It's going to be 5 more points, and they're going to try and push in. It looks like they're going to try and push in another 3 points here. Falstad getting a ton of damage out on those sappers to start with that hammer. But doesn't look like they're going to try too hard. They don't want to get too overly aggressive. So many melee members, it's hard to really go and get up in their face so close to the kill zone, especially with Falstad. The potential for that flyover and gust into the kill zone is not something you want to have to deal with, but they are continuing to defend this tower. Surprisingly, Focus Morales or GG not pushing too hard into it, but they don't want to have to take a fight under the enemy tower. It's not a fight that is an advantage for them, but ultimately they are able to posture up and pressure them out, as Brightwing will go ahead and go to the top. Rapid Beast is going to start pressuring this top bell tower, and that's going to be an easy capture with those pumpkin sappers. Going to be pretty much instantly downed. The rotation is not going to be in time to be able to get these members as they rotate out. The bottom pumpkin sappers will be picked up, which will be pressuring the bottom lane. Like all the members are going to start to go towards the mid lane now. This is the game on Towers of Doom. Once you start to get ahead, especially if you're able to damage the altars a little bit, get them all to half health, you can start to rotate through and capture them right before an altar phase spawns. And that's exactly what we're seeing out of Focus Morales or GG. Or I should say what we're seeing out of Deviance. Focus Morales or GG doing what they can to try and defend it, though. They elect, instead of trying